So I just thought I'd show you a quick video first, because you might not know some of the stuff that we do. So this is going to be really quiet because it is. There we go. Right, and then it'll help me catch my breath as well.
As our world changes, the need to take care of our most precious resource is greater than ever, both locally and globally. That's why at Thames Water, every one of our actions, big and small, matters every day. Water's essential to daily life, and that means our business is always open. We're passionate about providing world-class tap water, now and for the future. To overcome the challenges of our growing population and our unpredictable weather, we're investing for the future, replacing hundreds of miles of pipes, rolling out smart technology, and investing £1 million a day on our network to prevent leaks. We're also sharing our know-how so that we can all care for water together. And caring for our customers never stops. We're keeping bills flat until 2025 and providing discounts for thousands of families that need help the most. We're privileged to be part of the communities we serve. Many of our sites are open for people to enjoy, including the largest urban wetlands in Europe. We're improving the health of one of the world's most famous rivers with an engineering feat that digs deeper than anything else under London. And inspiring future generations to care about water as much as we do by meeting every school child in our region and hosting free visits at our very own education centres. We're turning poo into power, self-generating 20% of the energy we use, and in turn doing our bit for the planet. Reducing plastic waste by celebrating our tap water and rolling out an ambitious water fountain project. Using our voice to lobby for change, and partnering with WaterAid to provide clean water to the world's poorest communities. Together, we're building a better future for our customers, our region, and our planet.
Nice dramatic video to start off with. So as you can see from the video, that we do a lot more than just supply your tap water and take away your wastewater as well. We do some great stuff with our wastewater. And there's lots of energy loss within that process that we're trying to capture as well, which is really interesting. Also, with our, like on the video, it says that a growing population. When our network was first put in, everything was on the ground floor. We didn't have to worry about high-rise buildings, but now we've had to. And the population in London was like 2,000 people, not God knows how many million it is now. So we've had to do some really clever things with pumps. And different assets that they didn't have in the Victorian times, because I don't know if you've seen the adverts on the TV, especially like in the break of I'm a Celebrity, that we have got a Victorian network, so we're trying to upgrade that with our leak-proof pipes and stuff like that as well. So it's not all about what you thought it was. So why do we exist? Why are we here? So we are here to deliver life essential service. 99% of the time, you'll never think of us. So I'm just going to try an experiment. Who had a shower or a bath this morning? It's always interesting how many people put their hands up. Who brushed their teeth this morning? Who had a coffee or a tea or boiled the kettle or had a glass of water this morning? And who went to the toilet this morning? Did anybody? Yeah. You did nothing else but go to the toilet. Did anybody, when they were flushing the toilet or putting the tap on or standing in the shower go, thank you Thames Water for this beautiful water? Did you do that? Oh great, thank you. Nobody ever does that. 99% of the time, nobody ever thinks of us. We're like the little fairies that make things happen. But that 1% of the time, that's why we're here. Well, not me personally, I just do like boring HR stuff. But why our great engineers and thinkers are in our business, for that 1% of the time when you don't turn on the tap and nothing happens. That's what we're here for. And we're here to make that 1% of the time a bit less and less and less and less. So we are a life essential service. You don't have to go and get your water from a river, with a bucket, and you can flush toilet paper down the toilet, not like when you're in other countries where you have to put it in a little bin by the side of you, because we've got the process that can kind of help deal with that. And we help our customers thrive by providing tap water and taking away the wastewater. We do a lot with our communities, so another half of my job is to help care leavers, prison leavers, and anybody long-term unemployed into long-term careers within Thames. And obviously students, because I look after our internship programme and a lot of early intervention stuff. And then we help the environment as well through, like you see on the video, poo power. If you can think of a renewable energy source, we're never ever going to stop using the toilet, are we? So we're a very good renewable energy source. And what I like about working with Thames is I used to work in lots of the hospitality sector, where it's all about getting the people in, it's all revenue driven. We're actually not, it isn't for us, because we're never going to stop using water, we're never going to not have wastewater, and we're always going to need people to do that. So it's that job security that I like about it. Some fun, who's from around these parts? Who's from around London? Who thinks they're a Thames Water customer? Great stuff. No? So you've been using us all our life if you've been around the London or the Thames Valley region, but some of the stuff that you might not know is we serve 60 million, that's 24% of the UK population. We're the largest water company in the UK. I think it's third in Europe. We supply enough tap water to fill 1,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools a day. That's huge. Lots of water that we create. And then if you put all our main big pipes and sewage pipes and connect them up, it would have gone around the world 3.5 times. But we've never tested it, but roughly. And then you can see here where we cover. So we cover all the way up to kind of Banbury, Oxford Way, down to Basingstoke. Over to Dartford Tunnel, and then over to kind of Swindon, Cirencester Way. So I don't know, my geography is rubbish, but I reckon we're about here right now. And some places we take away, we sort out the wastewater and do the clean water, but other places, Infinity Water, do the clean water. But yeah, we cover a huge patch. And then a few more facts. We talked about our skills strategy. We launched that 2 years ago now, and that's all about how do we create the skills for the future, hence why I'm here today, and that's why I've got a job. And it's about helping our communities thrive by being fair as a society and giving everybody a better chance in life. Some of our pipes were laid 3 years before the Titanic sunk, and this is going to make me sound really old, but who's watched the Titanic? Ah, yes, I don't feel as old. I did this talk the other day, and I said, who's ever watched the Titanic? Nobody put their hands up, but it made me feel really old. I'm not super old, but anyway. Recycle 4.4 billion litres of sewage back to the environment safely each day. Once it goes through our process, then it is safe to put back into the waterways. Don't worry, that doesn't go straight back to your taps. It goes back through the water production process. And I'm going to get on a high horse now. So your bottled water that you've got there, I can see. I hope it's just refilled from tap water. Your bottled water is classed as a foodstuff. We'll go through about 35 different tests because it's classed as a foodstuff. Guess how many tests our water goes through before it gets to you? Guess how many quality points it's got? Go on, take a guess. Huh? Did you say 50? Yeah, 53 different tests. And all your water that you use a day will cost you £1. And just because a bottle of water's got a cute baby on it, doesn't mean it's any better for you. And also down here, because we've got lots of chalk screens, we've got extra calcium, so it's great for your teeth and bones. So if you don't like milk, drink tap water. And yeah, I've just talked about how many water quality tests we do a day, so that's from people's houses, that's also from businesses as well, and part of our in our process as well, we take quality samples and take it into our lab in Reading. Like I said, we're the UK's largest. And we've got 6,000 to 7,000 employees, all the way from engineers to, we've got an innovation team, we've got people that do lots of data analysis, especially on how people use and behave with water. And we've also got a shepherdess as well, so if you've ever been on the M25 that I've just been stuck on, and saw to the left, you would have saw the sheep. They are our Thames Water employees, and we've got a shepherdess that look after that. So the grass on our reservoirs can't go so long because they're amazing, massive structures, and if something goes wrong and it leaks onto the M25, we're not going to be super popular, I don't think. So yeah, we've got some unique roles as well. We've also got environmental engineers there's another one I was going to say, and like pollution analysts and stuff like that. But looking into the future, as the population grows, we are soon to be taking control of the super sewer in London, the Thames Tideway Tunnel. Has anybody ever seen the Tideway Tunnel? It's literally, we're building a sewer right next to the River Thames, which you can't just go, right, we're just going to push you back, River Thames, for a little bit. So we've done some amazing engineering feat with that. And that's going to take all of London's wastewater to Beckton, one of the Europe's largest wastewater treatment site. And that's where we're going to create a lot of great renewable energy. We're investing £1 million a day in preventing leaks, so that's from replumbing London, that's from the team that kind of do it, and also some innovative techniques of how we use it. We are the largest renewable energy generator within the M25, and we can power a city the size of Swindon as much energy that we create, all from poo, and wind, a little bit of wind. We clear lots of blockages every day, and we're using innovative technology such as smart meters, and we're also putting, and I'll talk about this when I talk about the internship, but we are putting microphones down drains. And the reason why we're putting microphones down drains is one of our interns last year created a machine learning model to listen to the flow of water, and once it kind of changed, or once it kind of changed, or there was a discrepancy in kind of what he was recording, the microphone, it would alert us to go check it, because previous to that we had a team of people going around with big sticks with blocks of wood on the end, and we would stuck it down the drain and listen to it. Instead of that, we're using microphones so it can get real-time data rather than just waiting for the team. We are replacing lots of miles of pipes a day into kind of the more leak-proof pipes that we've got now that the Victorians didn't have. But you can't just say, sorry London, can you just not have water for a month while we just change all your pipes over? So it's looking at valves, looking at how we can do that without saying, without our customers even noticing, except digging the road. We've also got a team working on how a problem at the moment, our innovation team, of how do you fix a leak? How do you fix a leak in a pipe without digging up a road? I don't know the answer. If you know the answer, let me know. So that's some of the things that we're looking for in the future. We're also looking at how do we, because of climate change, we're looking at how do we naturally slow down the flow of water. So our process treatment works can deal with it better. So we've got a couple of values that I just want to talk about. So we've got Be Proudly Blue. We always work as a team to do the best possible job for our customers. And we really want somebody that, if you are looking to join us on our internship, is somebody who's really proud of the work that we do and really wants it to kind of show and resonates with our purpose. We want somebody to take care of themselves, and we've the work that we do is quite dangerous. We do lots with chemicals and aeration lanes where if you fall in, then you would die straight away because it's got so much oxygen in it. So we want somebody that's really health and safety focused, but also well-being focused as well, and we'll help you with that. We've got places where you can go get a virtual GP appointment really quickly. We've got helplines to help you with money management and stuff like that. Take care. We want somebody that if you promise something, you're going to see it through all the way to resolution. If that's a promise to colleague, or you're going to promise, to be on time to do a talk, you make effort to be on time. But if you need help, you're supported by a customer, and we want somebody that's really supportive as well. We want somebody that, so the next one is reach higher, be better. We want somebody that knows that they're not perfect and wants to learn and wants to be curious and wants to ask lots of questions and wants to be nosy, because that's the best way of getting, it doesn't matter if you come to us or go on to another internship, that's the best way of getting to know, the best way of making the most of your internship is to be nosy, be curious, and just stick your nose in everything, just go wider than your team. So we want somebody who can reach higher, be better. And we want somebody that has got passion for what we do, so passion for either what subject you're coming in, what you're doing, and what that can bring for Thames, or passion for kind of what Thames does as well. And we want somebody who's respectful and values everybody. We serve the most diverse customer base ever within Thames, so we want our team to reflect that, but we also want somebody that sees diversity as a great thing, which we do. Okay, so these are kind of some of the pledges that we've signed just to highlight the kind of work that we're doing. So we've got, we signed the Care Leavers Covenant that I lead on. We signed Bang the Box, we're a living wage employer. We're disability confident, and we're a Stonewall champion as well. And then we've got our internships, like I said, so we are doing it through SetNet, so you're the first ones to know about it. So it's an 8-week programme. We pay the real living wage, which is £10.90 an hour, for 8 weeks for a 36-hour-a-week contract. So that is Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 with an hour's lunch break. Whatever you do on your lunch break is up to you. Last year, they all told me they went for a nap. I can't nap in the middle of the day anymore. And you're given a real-life project. So you're given a project that is going to affect our 16 million customers, or our 7,000 employees, or one of our indicators. Now, the reason why it's a real-life project, not a fake project, is things go wrong. And when things go wrong, you learn, and that's what we want to learn. That's why I'm very passionate of making it a real-life project. And it's not, I haven't got a big list of predetermined projects or programs. We take a student-centred approach. So I will do your first interview, and if you reflect the values and behaviours that we're looking for within Thames, then I will go and I'll bespoke a project or program to what your interests are, what your future career aspirations are, and what your skills and interests are as well. And I'll talk about some example projects in a little while. But we find that lots of people then come back to Thames and get into a straight into a role, because you get two mentors. This is why we're kind of different. You get two mentors. You get an employability mentor, which will look through your CV about 3 or 4 times to make sure it's perfect. We'll do about 4 or 5 interview practices with you. So any interview that you get when you've graduated, in any format, you'll be able to answer. Then we'll also do networking and put you in front of the people that need the decision makers, that once you are ready to graduate and enter the big bad world of work, then you've already got a contact and a foot in the door. So that's what your employability mentor is, and then your technical mentor will be an expert in their field and will help you day to day with your project and program. You have when you join us, and if you're successful, you are treated like a Thames Water employee. You'll have a Thames Water email address, you'll have a Thames Water lanyard, you will be and Thames Water laptop, everything, and you'll have the same expectations as a Thames Water employee. You will never be referred to as an intern for that 8 weeks. You are literally just one of us for 8 weeks. And then we do work experience. We also do a graduate programme. We do that in operations, science, engineering, finance, commercial, digital and asset management. Comes live in February, end of February time. And then probably the recruitment period is the next 2 months, and then you start in September. That's a great way of getting to know our business on rotation, and you become a senior manager, so you're looking at about 38k once you've finished. And then some of the roles or some of the placements that you might have if you come on an internship, or if you come onto a in the grad scheme, you might have one of the science roles, so an environmental role, or a water. Well, not a water quality testing probably, but a lab role or labs based in Reading, and do some really cool kind of biological stuff. We've got customer service roles, so looking at the kind of customer service journey, the digital customer service journey, and how we collect and use our customers' data, especially kind of how they use water. And then we've got lots of engineering roles, so we've got civil engineers all the way from project engineers. Project engineers will kind of look at any big infrastructure projects that are going on. So like HS2, they're digging, they're tunnelling, so we kind of need to know what they're tunnelling, because if they hit one of our pipes, then that's not going to be great. We've also got project managers as well, so getting water and utilities down to the stations, and then we've got site roles as well in fleet and logistics. So just to let you know, when you come on with Thames, like I've already mentioned, we've got our Access GP counselling and lifestyle advice and legal advice. We've got our Employee Assist programme, which will help with debt management, budgeting, emotional support. We've got them, and we also get personal medicals as well, where you can go in. They just basically tell me I'm obese every year that when I go. But we've got personal medicals assessments that you can access. We've got the largest ratio of mental health first aiders to team members. So I think it's for every 5 team members we've got 1 mental health first aider. Considering we've got 7,000 employees, that's a lot of mental health first aiders. We've also got an app as well that you can locate different mental health first aiders that are close to you. We've got an occupational health team, and we've also got our networks as well that you can join. That I recommend that you join if you do join us, of women's parents and carers, disability network. It's not called the BAME network anymore, it's called Racial Equality and Cultural Harmony and Allies network, and then we've got a multi-faith network as well that you can join, and they've got kind of a mission to make Thames more inclusive as well. Okay, so just talk about the internship. This is last year's internship. Luca was a student here who did a great job. He did a hybrid role, so he was out and about in some of the sites. He worked in our innovation team, looking at all the different ideas that we've got and kind of assessing them. He also did some hydro energy research as well, and proposals to put that in place, which is going great. And like I said, I've kind of talked through all the details. But some of the example projects, we had somebody in our media relations team that went to Port Colley's house. You can see that's a very sexy picture of David Cameron that's painting just behind him. We had, this is a physics student, obviously know what that means, right? So this is transient pressures. So if there's any kind of up and downs in pressures in the pipe, then it tells us something goes wrong. What he did is worked out a model to help us prioritise the transient pressures, so which ones to go out to first, and kind of where the root cause was. And we still use this today. This is just every day now. This was only last year, but we still use it every day. This is what I was talking about, the microphones down the drains. He did a better job of telling me what it means, but this is the kind of model that he was using. The machine's still learning, but it's still there. And then we had somebody, a student, look at our energy efficiency, and off the back of this, we have now got an energy strategy, and our energy team are looking for an intern this year to take the kind of this work forward. He saved us about £3 million by producing this dashboard, which is amazing. The work here will probably save us about £5 million over 3 years, and this will save us lots of money of how to prioritise. So if you are joining us, and if you do join us and you're successful, you will be leaving a legacy within Thames. So every time you open your tap, or go for a shower, or go for a toilet, you will go, I kind of made that happen, or I kind of made that happen. And if you do join us for 8 weeks, you will turn into a water geek. You will be down the pub or in a coffee shop, and you will tell everybody about water, because everybody uses it but nobody knows about it. So I'm sure you will. I will turn you into a water geek anyway. There you go. So that's me before I had a kid. As you can see with my happy face. And that's my colleague Rachel with her little one back in 2020, trying to do some work and be a parent as well. But that's our email address. The Employment and Skills team are here to help with any applications. If you want me to look through your CV before you submit it to the internship, or just generally. We can do practice interviews as well. If you've never done a proper corporate interview before, then we can help with that. And then we can help with onboarding or removing any barriers that you might have. Or if you're thinking, I don't know if it is for me, and you just want a nice chat, then literally that's what I'm here for. And that's what I get paid to do. I have the best job in the world, really. I change people's lives. So yeah. That's a quick whistle-stop tour of Thames. Have you got any questions for me?